later. Good guys, doing great. All right, let's take our inhale to go up. Let your fingers interlace and push up through your palms and go over. Ah, it feels so good. And then go up and go over. Terrific. And now this time when you go over, let your hand down. Beautiful. And inhale, come up, and then let your arm over. And then let your hands to your thighs. Now drop a shoulder and just see how is the body. And drop a shoulder. And drop a shoulder. And drop a shoulder. Now we're going to take some flexion and extension. So act like you're a Halloween cat when you round. And then lift up your sternum and your tail. And then exhale, flexion. And then inhale, extension. And exhale, flexion. Now we're going to take it all the way up a vertebra at a time. Round, 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 round. Terrific. Now arms open. We're going to add a rotation. And just take your hands around your hips. Look over your shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale forward. Exhale. Look over your shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now interlace the fingers at the lower back. Open and sit down in a little chair. So I've got this little shoulder opening cuff. Hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And then just hold. You can add a little pulse. 5, 4, just waking up the hips. 3, 2. Now we're going to go all the way up. Roll all the way up. Stretch through your arms, and we're start walking the feet back in and lift up the heels. Just lift and stretch and breathe like you're stretching to climb a ladder. We're going to add our dynaband. So when you're ready, grab your dynabands, and we're going to start with the heels down, the arms, excuse me, the bands behind us. You're going to press out. Now, what I'll be doing is demoing the big moves first, and then we'll add in the fine layers. The palms are facing the sky. The wrists are fairly flat. So you're going to look at them and just double check. They should feel pretty flat or neutral. Your exhale presses out. Now from the side, you've got some tone in your abdominals so that your ear, shoulder, middle rib, hip, knee, ankle are all in a line. Now, those of you that want to add on, you can lift up your heels at the same time. Exhale. Now, if you've got anything going on with the lower body and you just need to do the upper body, then you can do that. Let's say you had something going on with the upper body and you just need to do the lower body. You can do that. All right, we're going to do exhale 6. Very good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful job. Now we're going to add on. These arms are going to go overhead. And I'm going to add on in just a moment. Pull the band down to your chest. And then let's go through our cues. Your neck is so clear that you can shake it. No tension. Now your arms are going wide. Exhale. Good. Exhale. Pull down. Shoulder blades are down the back. Perfect. Now, if you would like to add on, you can actually sit into a wider chair and you lower the booty as you lower the arms. This is an option. If you want to continue with just the arms, you can. Now go back to the wrist cue. If the wrist is, if you see that it's hyperextended or too forward flexed, you're going to just make a little correction so that you keep your wrist healthy. Now, as you do this, your heels are heavy, your knees track with your second toe. Very good. Exhale. Clear your neck anytime you need to remind it that it doesn't need to be tense. 3 more. Exhale. Take 2 more. 2. 1 more. And 1. Perfect. Now we're gonna let that down for a minute and take your hands, almost like your clothes drying in the wind on a clothesline. Just let them slap your belly and your low back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Now we're gonna take the band to the front. Take your hands over. So I've got this overhand grip. Now exhale, and we're gonna pull. You have to adjust, like I do have to adjust. All right, pull, pull. Good. All right, now the wrist. We're going back to the wrist. Just double check they're fairly neutral. It's okay if they bend a little bit, but we're not going to let the bands wildly take our wrist in wild configurations of flexion or extension. So they're pretty flat. Now, if you'd like to add on, you're going to sit down and stand up for 10 more. 9, that's optional. If you need to just stick with the arms, 8, you can stick with the arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Shake out or not shake, but roll those out. So just take some shoulder circles, pump and lift in the armpit area. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take the band like this. Your elbows are by your side. Your palms are flat. Open up. 2, your wrists are flat. 3, 4, 5, 6, and just double check, make sure they're pretty flat. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See if you can take 5 more. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Roll it out. And we'll take one more overhand before we take a sip. So palms over. Keep the left one like an anchor. Press the right one out like your, it's called bow and arrow. 2. Now check your neck. You can just clean out any tension there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Shake it out. If you need a sip, grab one. And then we're going to use this band for a bicep curl. Now, if you're seated, you can do this with your feet as well. So I like to make sure it's flat and not twisted. Now put 1 or 2 feet in the middle. The 2 feet option is going to be less band on either side, so it's harder. You're going to exhale and bend. Good. So you should be able to do these seated as well, Polly, if you need to. If you need to, it's up to you. Now I'm going to turn so you can see me. Your elbows stay pretty still. See how your wrists are pretty still. They're not just getting pulled down by the band. Your shoulders are open. You're not letting this happen. You're upright. Exhale. You feel this muscle, the bicep right here mostly. Shoulders are open. A little bit of that brachioradialis pull up. Very good. 5, 4, and I like how you're not lifting up your shoulders there. 3, your knees are long but soft if you're standing. 2. Now we're going to just flop it out. We're going to do a set where we alternate them. So one arm basically gets a little reprieve. We do 1 and 1. Emotionally, sometimes these are a nice second set. You don't feel like they're so hard. You get a little reprieve. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right, do 5 more, but it's one at a time. 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, and 15. Now we're going to take the band about like this, wrist are flat. Now just take it over and behind. This is more about mobility. This one is a stretch for the shoulders, a stretch for the chest, and up and behind, and inhale and exhale. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to find a place that feels like a great stretch, so hold. Now in this great stretch, you may not be able to see your wrist, but you want them flat. You don't want them bent backwards like that. So just give a little tone. Good. Everybody looks good. 5. Yeah, that was good, Catherine. You just want to make sure, and it's not an exercise for strength. It's more for mobility. Just let it hold you. The main thing I'm trying to cue is that you don't let the wrist get cocked backwards. So forward in the right one. Go forward, Catherine. Tilt forward. Your knuckles. This. Watch my hand. Watch my hand. Tilt. Yes, that's it. Great. Good job. Good job. All right, let it go. Get some blood flow in there. Now step on it again with your feet in the middle. Both feet is going to be harder. If it gets too hard, just take a foot out. Again, you can do this seated. Good. Now watch how your elbows are going to go higher than your wrist. That's it. Very good. You got it, Polly. You're catching right on. So elbows are higher than your wrist. Very good. Up, up. Exhale. Fabulous. All right. This is shoulder. This is biceps. All right. 5 more after this one. All right, let's go 5 more. Knees are long. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect job. Now take one hand, one foot, step on that. Now see how you're facing forward? We're going to go forward with our arms, or excuse me, one arm, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, see if you can go 5 more, but if you're getting tired, just rest. 3. I like how your neck is soft. 2, if you're not sure, put your hand there. 1. Now we're going to just change it up. So step on it with your other hand, your other foot. Your other hand takes this. Pull up. You know we're going for about 15 reps here. 3. That a girl. Good. 4. And your neck is free. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, shake it out. Other foot, other hand. Step on that band. Now we're going to take the hand out. To be clear, this hand is slightly ahead of our plane of body. It's not behind us for sure. That a girl. 5. Now look at your wrists. See if they're pretty straight. 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 9. And you can go out a little bit wider than that. 10. That's okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure our hand doesn't go behind us. 12, 13. You see how I have a softness in my elbow. 14, 15. Now take that other side. Okay, your hand. Okay, we're going to go out. All right, you're going to exhale. Five. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. All right, we're going to take those hands wide. Now, before we go over, just check your wrists. They're pretty straight. They're not doing this. They're straight. All right, go up and behind. Doesn't that feel so good? If it doesn't, then make the hands a little wider apart. That's usually the correction if it doesn't feel good. And everybody's body looks good. If you have to do this to get the bands back, usually you just want to take the hands wider. 3 more. Oh, that feels so good. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're going to hold that band back and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And exhale. Let that go. Roll through the shoulders. Perfect. All right, we are going to take our set of hand weights here. So keep these handy. We're not totally done. I'm going to grab a set too, but let's do a set of hand weights anywhere from, yep, there you go. Cheers. Grab anywhere from 3 to 6 pounds. And we're going to take the palms to face our thighs. Very good. I'm glad everybody's getting a drink. Good morning. Cheers. And I'm just demoing this one slowly. You can see how this can be done seated too. Good. Now, what can work? Cans of soup, water bottles, bleach, anything. So if you don't have something, a weight that you want, just know there's a lot of weights around your environment, most likely, that'll work. Even doing this without anything would be better than nothing. So you can always just do a few more or a few less. Now what's nice is I see that your neck is clean and free and nobody looks like they have tension in their neck. Another thing that I see that's nice is that you're going to about as high as your shoulder. You're not going higher. For our purposes, we're going to work really high benefit ranges of motion with low risk. Good. Make sure your head's in line with you're in line with your shoulders. You're not letting your head poke forward. All right, deltoids. Now I am going to safely lower these and take those rolls. 5. What this does is also break any tension that might have accidentally accumulated. Now hands behind you. See if you can interlace and lift up. If not, just put them behind you. Maybe just hold onto your elbows. The main intention is your shoulders open. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, while we're here, take it over. You can even cross your foot here. If you're seated, just take your arm over. You'll be fine. Now, for the shoulder, it's really nice to add these nuanced rotations. Very good. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Now, cross that foot on the other. Hand y'all. A rotation. 5. And you see how you're just making it your own. Let's say you found a really good spot right here. Then you can stay here. Inhale. And exhale. Grab those weights again. We're going to do them to the front. The frontal raise. Okay, it's been really fun to see you guys get stronger too. Now, just to mix it up and to make it good form, you got it. Now you can do these seated too. Yep, you sure can. There you go. Good. Yeah. And Polly, the reason I keep cueing you seated is because I'd rather us just isolate our variables. That way we know what's working and just we can always add on more later. But right now I just feel like being conservative with the lower body and just getting the upper body. So your hands still, they go to shoulder height. They're not going higher. So you're parallel to the floor. Another thing, and I almost caught myself making that mistake, is you want to make sure not to lean back in response to the weight being ahead of you. So the body is stable. It's not leaning in response to the weight being ahead of you. You're just more solid. All right. The exhale is going to help you lift and pull your belly in. All right. So your weight, if it's light, you can always do more than I'm cueing. If it's too heavy, you can always do fewer than I'm cueing. We're doing 3 more sets here. I have a little softness in the elbow. So does everybody else see. I just want to cue it to make sure we keep that. Good. 1 more. And then lower that. Just take a shoulder roll here. 5, 4. Now I'm going to step back just so you can see me a little bit better. Take your hands right about here. It's almost like they fit in a shelf. Now on your exhale, you can do these seated in a chair as well. You can also do them seated with the back, your back against the chair. Now exhale, you're pushing overhead. You're making sure your neck doesn't get tense. Exhale, your elbows go long, but they don't lock backwards. I'm not swaying in my body to make up for the body going arms overhead. There's a chance you could probably do a heavier weight. I'm being conservative by doing a lighter weight and making sure our body is just as important as the arms lifting. Yeah, exactly. You probably felt that, Rick. All right, 5. So you'll notice I'll err on the side of conservative. I'd rather you be able to exercise more than risk injury, but once you feel safe, you can know your form, you can use more weights. Let's do 2 more. 2, 1. Okay, we're going to lower these down because I do want us to get a stretch. So take them out of the way for a minute. Take your arm across, and you can take it across long or pat yourself. All right, 5. Yep. 4, 3. Now while you're here, just kind of wake up that wrist and to circles. And then we're going to do the other side. Inhale and exhale. I like to do a big exaggerated swing. It's almost like it helps me get rid of any physiological tension. You want to add a little movement in your wrist. Good. Now, this is option. Take your interlaced or flip your palms and open up. Chest is open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale and exhale. This is arms drying on a clothesline. Now you can actually let those arms hit you, like I said before. They kind of thump your lower back, your abs. It should feel good though. Yes, nice. I like that, Catherine. You can add more swing. 4, 3, good. Let any tension go. 2, and 1. Now you're probably going to use a little bit heavier weight, so anywhere from 3 to 10. And I'm just going to stick with these. You've got a palm face your thigh, pull up, elbows higher than your wrist. Yeah. Now you could also do these seated if you need. Good. Yeah, I was just pausing there, Catherine. You caught me. It was that I was checking that your elbows were higher than your wrist. What I'm trying to make sure we don't do is something like that, right? So up, it's almost like you're zipping up a big parka if it were cold where you were. I saw it snowed up there where you guys are. And up. And up. Good. And up. Very good. All right, now you probably are feeling your shoulders and your biceps. Check your wrists. They should feel good. They don't hurt when they're here. Good. Your neck is free. Anytime you're doing arm movements, you basically should be able to shake out your head and there wouldn't be any restriction. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to lower these down. Take a little sip if you need. And we're going to stretch out. Watch this. Hand here. Hand here. Now maybe clasp. Very good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now, other side. Lifting up. Beautiful. 10, 9, 8. Yeah, you can do these seated if you need to. 7. Good. 6, 5, 4. These are looking good. These were hard at the beginning when we first started our remote classes. We've been practicing these and I can see the improvements. Now this is a pretty cool one. You can do this anytime. Just hold hands with yourself. It's actually a Thai yoga therapy move I learned where I do it to the client, but then just figured out you can do it to yourself. And it's just like putting lotion on the bones, on the joints. I think it feels great. Yeah, a little S. And then even though it's awkward, try to reverse it. All right. And then let that go. Doesn't work well, does it? All right, so we're doing some biceps. Grab your weights. I'd say anywhere between 3 and 12 pounds. Now you're going to take your elbows to your side. Basically, think about how we did this with our bands earlier. Now, if you don't have weights, another thing you can do is just grab your band, your dynaband, and do a second set. With the dynaband, there's also elastic tubing that has handles. You guys know that I mix it up during the week. So I have my elastic tubings there, bands, weights, cans of soup, whatever I've used, cleaners, whatever you have. Now in this one, because we did the hammer curl earlier, I'm just changing it up and having a palm up position. Look at the shoulders and the chest. They're not poking forward. That's pretty critical. You're going to notice with weights that right about here, you run out of tension. If you go to here, you don't even feel it. So don't quite go all the way up when you have a hand weight. You can do that with the band because the tension increases, but with the hand weights, it decreases when you get too high. Okay. That a girl. Way to mix it up. Yep. And because it depends on how much of a weight you grabbed as to if you're getting tired. Now bring it out. So roughly 15 to 20 of those. And let's free, I got my legs a little wider here. Let's free some tension in that upper body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do an overhead press. I'm going to take 2 individual weights. I'm going to show you both ways actually. So here's 1 10-pound, or you could take 2 of your smaller weights, maybe 3 to 8 in each hand, or a bigger weight. So I'll show you with both. You're going to extend your elbows overhead. Now it's like you're shaving the back of your head. You could take 2 weights. Now watch, I'm going to show you. So that's with 1. So for example, I had a 10-pound, but I just want you to know you can also do it with 2, right? I want you to just feel like you've got more options available to you and not feel restricted, that you can figure something out. So let's take 10 more. Now, when your arms are overhead, you almost have to work harder at keeping your ribs down. The back's going to try to do this, but we don't want it to. 8, 7. Now, if you're getting tired, 6, just lower those weights. 5, 4, you almost feel the weight against your hair. 2, 1. Lower that down. Take a little roll. Now, lean over. You can do this in the chair as well if you need to. You're going to open up, reverse fly, open up. I have 2 small weights. So if you had that heavy or just 1 weight, you're going to want to have 2 separate weights or 2 cans of soup. Now lean over more, Polly, if you can, just hinge a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. If that doesn't hurt your hip. Good, because we're trying to get this in line with our rear deltoid. Now I've got my knees bent so my back can stay flat. I'm not round here. Very good, Rick. Okay, 5 more. I'm going to turn so I don't have to turn my neck to see you. 4, we want to be good to our neck when we're doing these. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Lower these down for a minute. We're going to find a place to do push-ups. Now I'm also going to do them on the floor, but just because I love to show how handy you can make exercise, you can take your feet and you're in a plank, bend your elbows and straighten and bend and straighten and bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Good. 5, 6, 7. Very good. Look, Karen. Good, everybody. Look, those of you that are doing this on a counter, you're saying, hey, I've got exercise equipment all around me. All right, let's try 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2, 1. Interlace your fingers, open up the back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And again, just release any tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to head to the floor. So I'm going to have us take our bands. Grab your band. And I'm going to have a roller nearby. You guys know I like to do all sorts of fun things. So grab your drink, grab your band, grab your roller. Now with our bands, we're going to take our legs in front, cross the band, reach up and pull, and pull, and pull, and pull. Very good. These are, that looks, Polly, that looks terrific. That's exactly right. These are so nice because how much do we work our forward body, and these help strengthen the back body. And Catherine, pull your elbows in tighter to your body. Yes. Yep. Can you feel your shirt on the skin? Yeah, that it's like you, I'll turn so you can see me. You can feel the shirt, the skin. So you're not out here on these. Now we have other ways we can do it, but we're just doing this. Now I've got my palms up. I like that shoulder down the back view. And those of you that have 2 bands, these can actually be done with 2 bands. So you see that's why I'm biasing more repetitions, strong. 4. Betty, every time I see your guitar, I just want you to play me a solo at the end during our meditation. We'll have to have you play one time. All right, now take a forward fold, but with gentle. I'm going to move so you can see me. If you want to add on the inhale, lift, and exhale. Now look, I'm not forcing this. I'm not making any tightness in my hamstring. I just want a gentle stretch. Bend the knees if you want. Yep. So no, we're not forcing this stretch. It's just a gentle reprieve. You can even shake it out, move side or rock. Now, if you can sit up tall, then we're going to add the rotation. If you need a pillow or a block underneath your booty, just take that time. Sit up tall, rotate. Now rotate to the left. Now exhale. Very good. And exhale. Right, exhale, and left. Now your upper back is the main thing rotating. You're not leaning back. Now I'm going to look at you while I'm rotating on this next one because I want to see your form. But you're looking towards that left arm and that right arm. Good. You've got rear deltoid. You've got lat. You've got bicep. Now you're adding a belly pull in cue so your belly's helping you. Good, Betty. 4. Make sure, are you going the same amount of range of motion on each side too? Okay, perfect. Now we're going to take the elbows by our side. Again, do you have equal tails? Glue your elbows. Now glue them here and then open up. It's not going to feel very huge. Not going to feel like a big motion. Yep. I'm very tall. So all the while I'm practicing my postural tone. Good. I like it. It's okay to sit on something. I'm basically just mixing up the ways we can use the band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now uncross them. I've got parallel. Go low, 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 low. All right, 10 more. 9, elbows are long. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, legs can squeeze together. 2, 1. All right, we're going to sneak in a little stretch. Feet together and hinge forward. Now, if that doesn't serve you, I'm looking good. You can get on a block. I just want to do a little gentle reprieve and almost just like a chance to release any tension. 10. You can make it as much about letting go of tension as it is about the stretch. 9, 8, 7, 6. Good. Nothing should hurt here. 5. Make any adjustments if it does. 4, 3, 2. Ah, feels so good. Okay, let those little feet go long. Here we go. Palms face. Oh. All right. Bend. All right, exhale. Pull. 5, 6, very good. 7, do you feel how you can work your abs here? 8, yeah. 9, I like how you're looking down towards your toes. 10, 11, 12, 13, biceps. If you need more, what you do is just lift your upper arm a little. You see how that added on? Yeah. Or you lean back a little. All right, I'm adding 5 more. I know that's a lot, but we're doing it. 4, do the best you can. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, see if you can make your legs like a V. Now inhale. That's great. Exhale. That's it. All right, now you can lower your head and just sink into it. I'm going to look at you, but you are welcome to get on a block or a roller if you need to. Good, Sarah. Good. All right, we are going to make sure your weights are handy, but we are going to do a set of push-ups first. Just make sure they're handy and your roller. So I'm going to grab a couple of weights so that we can do some chest presses on the ground, but we'll do one set of push-ups down here. Now, most of you did something on the wall, but I just want to demo it, but you know now that you can go to the wall. This is another way to do push-ups. It's called cube push-ups. It's a lot less leverage than a full push-up. The next way is on your knees, like a plank, a modified plank. Now I'm just going to talk. You guys can do at least 10 or 15. The other way is on your toes. Good. And lift your ribs up a little bit, Catherine, towards this. Yep. Good. Good, Betty. Rocking them, Betty. And then take a rest. Very good, Rick. Yes, good. All right. All right, inhale. Now on your exhale, we're going to take a set of the external rotations on our side. Can you take a 3 or a 5 pound weight? And watch how I do this. Elbow. Now, we have done these with the band. So if lying on your side isn't good, so probably if you need to sit up and do it with your band, you can. Yep. 5, and 6. This you see in rehab a lot. 7. You see people lying on a bench too a lot because some people don't get on the ground, but this is basically external rotation. Now, depending on your weight, you may be done. 11, 12, 2 or 3 pounds would be a better weight. This is not about strength. This is about just stabilizers. Okay, that's plenty. Go to the other side. I'm going to get this arm underneath my ear so it's like a pillow. Elbow to your rib cage. Now glue that elbow. 2 to 3 pounds, 4 pounds would be fine. Even just doing this with a band or, yeah, Rick, you're probably able to get by with 5 pounds. I'm able to get by with 5 pounds. And we're just making sure we go to fatigue and not any kind of strain at all. Nice wrist. I love it. Good. Yep. And 15. Now we're going to lie on our back. Get your 2 weights handy. So it could be anywhere from 3 to 10 pounds. Now it's going to be a fly. So hands. So look at my feet. They're on the ground. Hands are up. Now it looks like this. I'm going to move so you can see me. If you are hypermobile, if I've ever cued you for elbows going backwards, you actually have to be really intentional on this one because the hypermobility is going to be bad if you let the weights go beyond, take your elbows beyond a 180. So basically you have some flexion. Inhale and exhale. It's like you're hugging a tree. My upper arm is touching the floor barely, and then I come in together and hug. You don't want the arm to float behind you. Yeah, I'm looking now. Good. Right, that's great. The weight won't touch the floor in these. That's another way to say it. Very good. All right, now use your abs to pull your belly in. 5 every time you lift. Inhale, exhale, 4. You can even add the pelvic floor contraction, the bladder control muscles. 3 on the exhale. 2, 1. All right, let's get rid of those for a moment. Take a full body stretch. Reach your arms overhead. And then grab that roller. We're going to do a swan. You know, I love the swans. This class goes so fast. There's so many fun ways to get resistance training. And your elbows. Now, if you don't have a roller, use the floor. I'll show you both. So if you have a roller, put your arms on that roller and lift up. Now your belly is down and just, yep, you can do this with your hands on the floor as well. Good. Yep, that's exactly right. There you go. That's it. I didn't even cue it and you got it. Very good. See how it's about the upper back extending. The main thing with an exercise is that we look at the intention and how do we get the intention? How do we achieve the intention without damage? How do we do it safely? That's why I'll break the exercise down. I'll say this is the purpose, but there's a million ways to do it. But if you can do this with the roller, your pinky side of your hand pushes more. Shoulder blades down the back. That tells your serratus to kick in and up. And up. And stay up on this one. 10, 9, good. 8, 7, great. 6, great, Erin. 5, 4, 3, 2. That one feels so good. Okay, now, if you want a child pose, take that now. If you're fine just resting, the other one you can do is puppy dog pose, which is a way if your knees hurt you to not hurt the knees. So it's this, or I like to put my hands on the roller still and give myself a little extra stretch. So just some kind of reprieve. It can be cat-cow if you want. There you go. That a girl. Good, Polly, that's it. All right, now this is going to be plank. You can do plank like we do in class, but if you have a roller, you can do plank with your shins here. So you can do plank like we do in class. And some of you let me know that we did a lot of planks yesterday. So Yesterday was plank Monday. Okay, here's plank. Now you know you can do this, or you can roll your knees in and under for the roller. If you don't have a roller, don't worry about it. You're still doing great things. Good. That's it, Betty. Just straight in. Good. Nice. Okay, one more. And relax. It could be puppy dog pose. It could be lying on the belly flat. We're going to do another set of those planks. So basically just hold your plank. If you need to modify, go to your knees. If you have a roller, go to your shin and turn your knees left and obliques right. And left and right. And left and right. And 4. Otherwise, just hold. 3, 2. You got it, Betty. 1. And rest. Good. All right, lie on your back. Now we're going to put our feet on the roller or on the floor. We're just going to do a set of bridges because it's so good for the back body. Just go up and down. Now, if you don't have a roller, do it on the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, stay up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on to that. Happy baby, or whatever stretch serves you. Now, I'm going to give you a stretch here. It's the hip opener, so it looks like this. Now, either do that, or if you are craving to use your roller with that stretch, get on your roller. And you can just hold the stretch the way you want. Probably that's it. If you have a roller and you want to work this on the roller, you can do that. We're going to do 30 seconds on both sides, whether you're doing a hip stretch or you're doing the roller. Good. 20 more seconds. Good. Rolling. Very good. You're doing great. Inhaling. And then let's hit the other one. And if you're lying down, you can do the other ankle to thigh. Your exhales are a good way to relieve tension. Let any tension go. Good. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, those of you in a stretch, you can do a hamstring stretch. You're going to lift your leg up and hold on to one foot. Those of you who have the roller, you're going to do an IT roll. We're going to do both. Yep, that's it. And then, Polly, if you want to use your band around your foot, you can do that too. It's another way to just stretch without having to work your arms so much. You can actually relax on the stretch. Now, this is the IT band. As you know, I love it. So you're rolling from hip down towards your knee. Good. Rolling forward more towards that TFL. Belly pulls in. Good. TFL. This is so good if you have any, if you have hip pain related to a tight IT, this can really relieve it. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and let's hit that other side. So you can feel a difference already. And the other side. This is one of those exercises that you say to yourself, I really should roll out my IT band. And then sometimes it doesn't happen. So in that book I was reading with Atomic Habits, there's a neat little trick where you just do something for 2 minutes. And if you give yourself the 2 minute rule, it lets your brain not feel so overwhelmed with all the things we have to do. And did anyone feel a difference on right and left side, your hamstring stretch or your IT? So just notice those differences. And if you want to take a few more rolls on the tighter side or a few more breaths on the tighter side for the stretch, you can. My left one, as soon as I got on my IT band, I could tell that was my tighter one today. I'm interested to hear what y'all say. That's my tiny bit shorter leg, so it runs tight. Get that TFL. Ooh, that muscle in the front, interfascial lata. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and you're just relaxing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. I want to do one more, and if you're on the floor stretching, you're going to be doing a quad stretch that looks like this. If you would prefer to do the roller, you're going to put the roller underneath your quads. Now you can make it double quad. We're going to do 30 seconds on each. Polly, you're great. But if you need it harder, so 30 seconds each on the stretch, or you can just kind of, if you're on the roller, spend a little more weight on one leg. I'm still on my quads. Good. Good. You'll feel areas that need it. When I do on my quads on the roller, I don't really pick up one leg to be totally on one. It's so much, maybe because I'm tight, huh? But basically you can bend and straighten. All right, Polly, try the other side. If you're stretching your quad, take the other side. Now you can lie up, face the other way. That way it's easier to grab that foot for those of you doing the quad stretch. All right, 30 seconds here. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Man, we needed that, didn't we? Okay, the next one is either going to be just a basic bridge and enjoy, or if you have a roller and you want to roll out your upper back, you can roll out your upper back. Either one, just enjoy something that lets you go inside, that lets you shut out the world, that lets you stop the chatter of the mind. And even if the mind tries to figure out, its tendency is to always be running, that's okay. Just observe it, let it go. Oh, there's a thought about the future, let it go. Oh, there's a worry about the past, let it go. With just noticing it and letting it go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment to relax. We're going to just full body stretch it. Let everything go. Take a moment. You can leave your palms by your side, face up, and just put yourself on a giant cloud. And imagine you're snuggling yourself deeper in that cloud. And it's floating you into a beautiful blue sky with perfect temperature over the mountains and over the rivers and over the creeks and through meadows, over the deserts. And let it float you to whatever place suits your fancy right now. A beautiful place for you to rest for just a moment give yourself permission to forget about the past, forget about the future, and be there now. And as you look around in this beautiful place, wherever it is, an alpine meadow, a high alpine lake, a desert, a crystal creek with manatees, wherever it is, just give yourself permission to view the colors and almost feel the colors around you. Look around, notice how it sounds. Notice how it feels to be in this peaceful place without any identifiers. No one's asking you to do anything. No one has any expectations of you. You can just be you. And you're in a loving, non-judgmental place. And you can notice how it smells. Maybe it just smells fresh or like salt air or pine trees. And let all of your senses absorb the restful position, the restful place in your mind's eye. Keep that sense of peace and non-judgmental love as you begin to awaken the fingers and the toes, and as you come up towards seated. Let your eyes soften and just sit in that beautiful place with your eyes closed. Let your inhale feel as if you're breathing in the energy of that peaceful, beautiful place. And your exhale is getting rid of any worries that were accidentally left behind in your body. We'll do that 2 more times. Notice how you feel. So you can go back to that place anytime you need it and have a vacation for your mind. Heal the body. Whenever you're ready, let your eyes open. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So glad to have you. Thank you, guys. Take care.